Good evening, Therapy Army, and welcome to United Real Therapy. I'm your host, Mr. Structure. What a fascinating evening. What a fascinating couple of hours, 48 hours it's been. Big up to Jamie Wayne, man like my friend here. Jamie Wayne is having it. He's not having it, is he? Big up Will Man United. Glazers are one. They put all of this out. Jim is a Glazer if McKenna gets the job. Then Jim 100% sleeping around Joe bed in an Indian sandwich. Big up to everybody. Welcome. Everybody, Manchester United fans globally are all in an absolute twist, mate. Honestly, we're going around the bend. Big up Jarvis. Yeah, take your time, Jarvis. It's all love. Take your time. Take your time. First of all, I've got an incredibly crooked, I've got a crooked neck. So I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know if you can see my eyes, but yeah, I'm in a lot of pain. But other than that, I'm good. Got a crooked neck, and all down this side of my neck is paining me. You know, I don't know what's going on with my body, but yeah, it's breaking down on me. So, but we've got a lot to get through. We've got Man City preview. We're in a cup final, people. We're in a cup final, people. Everybody's going around the bend. But we're in a cup final. We're going to be previewing the cup final. We're going to be talking about the Manchester Derby final at Wembley on Saturday in less than 48 hours. We'll be having a look at that, see how much we have. We'll just do this quickly. Damn it. Oh, gosh. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Can you all still hear me? Listen, they've just talked to him apparently. Hasn't got the job yet. So everybody's... Listen, for me, Ten Hag, if they've done their job, if they've done their... Would you have Kieran McKenna or Southgate? You know what I mean? It'll be amazing. It'll be so funny because he's been sacked by Manchester United before. Only 2 years ago, he got the sack. It'd be the most incredible return as a one of the coaches who left 2 years ago with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick, and now he's back as the manager. That's shit you can't even write. I mean, first of all, let's put it into context. What he's done with Ipswich is nothing more than remarkable. Get them out of League One. You know, get them back into the cheap Championship. You know, then promote them. He's been there for 2 and a bit years. You know, when he first took over the job, apparently he was in League One, and he stabilized them. The year after, he brought them to the Championship, straight away promotion, and then this season again, straight away promotion to the Premier League. They've been out of the Premier League for 24 years, people. It's an incredible achievement. But does that mean that you can do the job at Manchester United? I like the way Ipswich play. I'm not going to lie to you. They play very good football. I'm not going to lie to you. They play very good football. So it's fascinating to me, people. It's really fascinating to me. Yeah. It's interesting. We don't know that, to be honest with you. We don't know that. We don't know. He's got the personality to get the best out of people, though. To get him back-to-back promotions and to bring a team without spending hardly any money to bring them and literally purely on coaching. Purely coaching. To bring them up to the Premier League. It's incredible. But nevertheless, you asked me the question now. Question to you all. Would you have Southgate or McKenna? Southgate, McKenna, or Harry Potter, Graham Potter? Who would you have out of those three? I would have I just, you know, I would, you know who I want. I want De Zerbi. But if you offered me McKenna, Potter, Southgate, I'll take McKenna all day. That's me. That's just me. Yeah. Big up Alien Tenor. Big up Alien Tenor. Big up to all of you, by the way, that are here. Apologies about it. I'm dyslexic, and yesterday when I was trying to create the platform, to set the show up, I did it to yesterday, not realizing that I wanted to do the show today. And so apparently some of you turned up here thinking that I was doing a show last night. So apologies. Big up to you. Big up to Jarvis, letting you all know. Always got my back. Ineos won't do anything that draws criticism, but this includes bringing an old manager or old players. Those were old regime tactics. Yeah, interesting. Big up Arian Rashid, man. Sheikh Arian, talk to me. How's college? How's college treating you, man? How's your first year of college coming to an end? Talk to me, young man. I want to know. Who? Big United fans? City fans in your college? Who's predominantly? What team do they support? McKenna. Listen, for me, no one ever lie. This is the maddest thing. I'm not going to lie to you. This might shock you guys, yeah? I don't want Poch. I don't want Tuchel. I don't want Southgate. I don't want Potter. Out of all those, I'm McKenna. I'll take McKenna. De Zerbi all the way for me. De Zerbi, but what I'm all the offerings out here, I'll take it. I promise you, I'll take it. But big up to everybody. Smash a like on your way and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We've got the Man City preview. We got the Manchester United versus Man City Wembley Cup final. That's what we've got, people. So big up to you. There you go. See, will Man United, because it's a free hit. Listen, we're not gonna be challenging for a league title anytime soon, brethren. We're not. There we go. Leso's coming in. Yes, King. How you doing?
I'm writing you. How's everything
You
going?
good? Yeah.
I'm all good. It's just cold. It's just cold over here.
It's cold over here, yeah. Cold in these streets. It's cold in these streets, is it? That's what it is. What's the temperature there tonight?
I think it's 2 or 3 degrees right now. I think it's only bound to actually decrease.
Okay.
In the AMs.
Okay, that's good. I would take McKenna. I'll ask the question actually. Let me ask you. Out of Pochettino, Tuchel, Graham Potter, right? So let me say this again. Actually, both of you, big up Jarvis for joining us. I'm gonna ask both of you this, right? Out of Thomas Tuchel, Pochettino, Graham Potter, who else is linked to the job? Oh yeah, Ole Gunnar Southgate or Kieran McKenna. Which one are you taking?
Let's so you go first.
You know what I'm taking, don't you?
I know.
But why me?
I'm gonna join them. I'm a number. Out of all them, I'll take McKenna.
McKenna.
Yeah, out of all.
Jarvis
because it's unknown. It's a free hit because he was here 2 years ago and it's a free hit. It's unknown, and what he's done is I'm sorry, but it's a remarkable achievement. I genuinely don't believe that people are like, obviously, yeah, it's Manchester United, it's Championship. Listen, Championship Coventry should have fucking beat us at Wembley.
Yeah, but the thing is, Nordin, we can't keep doing this.
What they called? It's Newbury. It's Newbury. Whoever, what they called? That team. They fucking gave us a game. Wigan in League 2 gave us a game. So who the fuck do we think we are, people? Who are we? So if you said to me, Poch, Tuchel, Ole Gunnar Southgate, Harry Potter, Kieran McKenna. I'm choosing Kieran McKenna. I want De Zerbi, 100%. I think De Zerbi is the guy that Manchester United, because the way he plays out, man. I'm in love with that patterns. I'm in love with the way they transition to midfield and the overloads is already there. And I believe, but I'm only believing in that if you get rid of a lot of our players. I'm bringing athletic, robust footballers, technically and athletic footballers. But Kieran McKenna had 2.5 years in Ipswich, got them, stabilized them when he came in at Ipswich. The season after, straight promoted to the Championship. He's bought an Ipswich team, not spent not a lot of money, bought them purely on coaching. Yeah. 24 years they've languished in League One or the Championship, and he's brought them to the Premier League. That is remarkable. He won the manager of the. He won the best manager, didn't he? Fergie presented it to him recently. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm a gambler. You know me. I'm a gambler. The thing what people don't understand about me, Jarvis and Lesso, I'm like, roll the dice. Because I know in the next 3 to 4 years, we're not going anywhere crazy. We might qualify for Champions League, but we're not going anywhere crazy. I know there's a lot of work. I believe we're at the bottom of the mountain. We've gone off the cliff. We are at the bottom with 2 broken legs. Yeah. We've got 2 arms. We're trying to scurry up a little bit.
Yeah, but let's talk about it. Why do you think McKenna will succeed at Man United? Let's just talk hypothetical.
Because I personally don't think anything. We've had our worst season in the Premier League. I don't actually believe. The only thing that I believe about him that he's a good coach. He coaches teams. I don't know if you've seen the way Ipswich play. Do you know how Ipswich play, Jarvis?
No, I haven't seen much of them. No.
Yeah, I'll get it up and show you, I think, infographics on how they play. But the reason why I'll bring that up in a minute, let me just tell you. He's coached a team to achieve remarkable achievements. Remarkable. To get out of the League One. Then not to stabilize when they get into the Championship. The quality is not that amazing, but it's one of the most competitive leagues in world football. Yeah, and to get out of it, at the first time of asking to bring a club back that's been in the wilderness for 24 years back to the Premier League, it's something else. So I'm like, everybody said before he went to United with Ollie that this guy's a good coach because he worked at Tottenham. Everybody talked about him. So here's me thinking, is that Arteta kind of model? That's what I'm thinking in my head. But because, Jarvis, Manchester United are not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. The players that we have at the current moment are shite. It's going to take, if everything goes to plan, 5 transfers to clear all this shit, right? So why am I in a massive rush? Why am I not gambling for a guy that was there 2 years ago? That's the only thing that makes me laugh, Jarvis. That he was literally, I can't laugh. I've got a crooked neck. I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know what I've done. I've slept wrong on or whatever. All this side, that's why all this is looking tight. I can't really laugh. I'm laughing. But the irony of a guy that's been there for 2 years before, Jarvis, 2 years ago, he walked out with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and then he's back in the building. It's just wild. It's wild. And I'm just like, there is something crazy about this. Just sometimes throw the dice. We've got nothing to lose. I've watched shit football all season. You know what I mean? I don't want Ole Gunnar Southgate. I don't want Harry Potter. I don't want Pochettino. I don't want Tuchel. So I'm like, try something different. You know, like something like, you know, when you go, something like out of the wood, like something left field. Something just like, let me try that. See if it sticks. That's where I'm at. Because I don't actually see Manchester United going anywhere anytime soon.
No. the only thing that makes me think, we are going around in circles over and over again. And we had McKenna. No one rated him while he was at the club. Solskjaer and his team with Carrick, no one rated them at all. Everybody said that they were clueless. That was the main take from all us as fans. They are clueless.
But to be fair,
We didn't
Jarvis,
see it. Yeah.
But to be fair, Jarvis, and then I realized it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that made the decisions. He told them how to coach the teams, how they want to play, and he picked the players. They didn't pick him. I was frustrated at times. I was like, get proper real coaches in with real experience. And to be honest with you, I'm also on record saying, go and do it somewhere else. If you're good enough, get the chance to come back and do it at Manchester United. But I never thought it was going to be 2 years.
Well, Nuruddin, it's not the impression I have of Solskjaer. My impression was that he used his team in a good way, and always you saw him during the games. They switch around, standing there in the area, technical area, talking to the players. He was always looking at each other. They were always talking about what to do. So for me, I felt that he actually cooperated really well. Included the coaching staff.
Yes, but I think, for me, where Ollie lost me is when he told me that McFred was 8 out of 10 players every week. That's when he lost me, right? He lost me. Yeah. He lost me, and I was like, nah, mate, I'm not feeling this. But I know deep down, Ollie's quite ruthless because I've spoke to people. He made the decisions. He told them how to coach, what type of way to play. They coach, and that's what they did. That's what he did. But Kieran McKenna's gone away and done remarkably well. But yes, if we're talking about what Manchester United of 13 years ago, Jarvis, then Kieran McKenna gets nowhere near the fucking job. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah,
he
I
gets nowhere near the job. But the Manchester United, the reality of Manchester United right now, I'm like, roll that fucking dice and let's see where he lands.
But I believe Nuruddin, he will face the same challenges as Ole. He's not respected. He don't have a big name. These players will eat him alive in a way, and that's the biggest problem in coaching. I think it comes with some kind of reputation, in footballing milieus, or what do you call it, in environments of football. He has a high note. I heard what's that French journalist Balongo or something like that talked about him and Pep sat down 2 hours after dinner talking about football, and the whole room was there for 10 minutes, and after that they just walked out because they couldn't understand what those guys were talking about. And they sat there intrigued for 2 hours, just talking tactics and everything, So in a way, I think he has a great footballing mind, this Serbia, and I think he's one of the most astute, most best tacticians in the game. Is he the right man for Man United? I don't know, but I believe if you want a good tactician, a guy who knows how to set up a team, know how to play a certain style, I think the Serbia is the man for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Poch? Would you have Poch?
No, he's been around too many clubs lately. He did well at Chelsea the last 6 months, so I can't wrap my mind around why they sacked him in the first place. But no, I never been a big fan of Poch. No.
Okay. Big up to Sheikh Arian Enes. I asked him about how college was before you two joined him. He says, Nura, college for me is kind of underwhelming. But it also a big reality check. After you finish the lesson, there's now to do except go to Comaroom and play pool and ping pong. He says here, he goes, I still miss school friends. Also, teachers PE was one of the best lessons I ever would go back. The college for me isn't the same. Yeah, you know what? This is where you have to study yourself and make your friends and have a group that you study together and make better relationship with friends. The question is, Sheikh Arian, are they all City fans these days? Are they Arsenal fans? Who are your friends, Tation? De Zerbi is massively overrated. No, he's not, Chris Collymore. But that's your opinion. I genuinely disagree. I don't think he's overrated at all. I think he's way underrated, 100%. I think if he was British right now, the whole world will be going crazy. One thing though about De Zerbi, he never stays in a job for far too long. And I like that. He does the coaching, lays down the fundamentals, and it's like, I'm out. Ta-da! But at the end of the day, for me, it's like I'm saying where we are as a football club. Kieran McKenna roll the dice. But go ahead, Lesso. I didn't get your answer. Who would you want?
Is it all the only managers that we actually? I know it's the only ones that we linked with, but are we 100% sure that it's the only ones that we actually want? Because you see, with Ineos, one thing I've noticed is that they don't put everything out there. This may be a smokescreen with these managers. We may actually get someone out of that. The managers that are actually listed. So it's very tricky, but. Based on the ones that you've named, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. I wouldn't go anywhere near Pochettino. I think it's 5 years, 6 years too late. Personally for me.
It's too
Tuchel,
late. It's too late. It's too late. It's too late.
Tuchel, I think, man, he does know how to play football. I've watched Borussia Dortmund play some exciting football under him. So I don't know, maybe under a different sort of board where they actually tell him to play a certain way, then maybe we may see some good football. He's a bit experienced. When he walks in, he will command respect because of obviously what he has achieved before. It's risky still because he falls out with the ball a lot of times, so it's a problem there. And then I look at De Zerbi. Yeah, De Zerbi is good. De Zerbi is perfect actually for like a project that's just begun. That we're building something. He is a good builder. So especially with the type of football we want to play and align ourselves with. So I'd rather go with him. I think we should include him on the list until he's actually stolen by another club. So personally, he's my first choice out of all of the managers listed. Hansi Flick is gone, so it's pretty much, I think it's, for me, it's deserving at the moment. Not McKenna. I think McKenna. I think Man United, man. I mean, they're at the point where some fans are gonna say you sack Ten Hag and you're bringing in McKenna, and then there's gonna be like amounts of pressure. Immediately when the season starts, they're gonna say, okay, now you sacked this guy that we wanted, and now you're bringing in someone who is a novice somewhat, at this level of football. It's not gonna go well with the fan base. Personally, I've seen a lot of them are actually Ten Hag, fanboys. So it's not gonna go well. It's gonna be a situation like when you literally keep Ten Hag beyond the season, where he's gonna literally be under the microscope, with each and every passing game. So it's a bit risky. But I'd definitely go with De Zerbi. Fans will forget about Ten Hag quickly when they see that style of football.
Yeah, man. Big up to Edsky. Not seen you in a while, King. I've sent you the link if you want to jump on. Big up Alien Tunnel. Not 100%. McKenna has the style of play. He does. Go and check out how they play. Yeah, for me, De Zerbi's the guy. I think it's the guy that we need. He's moody. He's got a character. He's quite fierce. I like people who are passionate. But if you're getting rid of Erik Ten Hag and you don't clear 6 or 7 out of those first team players, then there's no point for me. You don't clear the backroom staff, then there's no point. You don't clear the medical department, there's no point. I just want to tell something to you guys. Arsenal under Driscoll, who's our medical person now, they were getting injuries right, left, and centre. This season, in their first team, they've not had that many injuries. Have you noticed?
Yeah, we call him Dr. Death, Driscoll. It's been a lot of injuries this season. I saw that we are on top of that list at the moment. I saw a stat from BBC earlier today, and we have had 45 injuries. Chelsea on second with 43. Newcastle on 41. Same with Brighton. So we are on top of one table at least this season. So what went wrong in the medical department? I don't know. But O'Driscoll, he wasn't here at the beginning of the season. He came in after 1 month or something like that, I believe.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
basically, we were out of a head of medical staff in the beginning of the season, and maybe that's where it all went wrong. But I think
no. It went wrong when he was there. Players coming back too early. Come on, Jarvis.
Yeah,
It went wrong. This guy's got. Why are we getting Arsenal's? The guy. Look at his record at Arsenal. Look how many players were injured. Big up to a lumbar. I can't even say that. Lumbar. To a lumbar.
Tualumba
says Nuruddin is always in pain at least once a week, and every life 100%, bro. I'm trapped in a 70-year-old man's body. I'm always in pain because I'm out and about, lad. I get out and about. I'm too hyperactive. That's why I get hurt, bro.
You've been at one of those headbangers ball, rocking around with your.
Eric Ten Hag's position at Manchester United appears to be increasingly untenable. United have sounded out Kieran, McKenna, Thomas Tuchel, Matt Pettacino, Thomas Frank. Wow. Thomas Frank? Would you take Thomas Frank? You like him, don't you, Jarvis?
Thomas Frank, yeah, but he's a counter-attacking manager. So, do we want to go back to that style? I don't think so. I like Thomas Frank. He's a good manager. He's very thorough in his way of conducting the team. So, yeah, he's a good manager. But no, I don't want to go back to that style. I want to play more progressive. I want to play attacking football.
Facts. Facts. But anyway, guys, we're here. We can go on about this all night. Yeah. Eski, I've sent you the link. If you can hear me.
Yeah. So Nuruddin, did you see the Europa League final yesterday?
What? Yes, your boy.
Yeah, Gasperini. What?
I'm so happy for him. Third time lucky. Third final, and the way they played, the aggressive press and the intensity and aggression which they played with from minute 1 till the last minute was something to behold. It was unbelievable. Lookman scored the goals, but the team, they didn't create that many chances, huge chances, but they created the machine, the system worked to perfection, where everybody knew what they were doing.
It was very impressive, and the way he set up the team. And Gasperini has always plays this 3-4-2-1 formation in a way, and I think that's the antidote to teams like Manchester City and you saw Bayer Leverkusen, teams who likes to play possession and rotate a lot. But when you play, you have a solid defense all the time. You have always 5 men in defense. And if you just work hard, you can bite because you always have 2 number 10s and 1 striker who can hold up the ball. And if you just run enough and fight hard, that tactic is actually pretty good against teams. So if Ten Hag took a rabbit out of the hat in the FA Cup final and played something like this, it would be amazing. But he will never do this. We will go for the 4-2-2. But I see Manchester City and other teams like that will struggle against this 3-4-2-1 formation because it's so solid. You can't play them out because they're always enough players behind the ball, but you have to be aggressive. That's the main thing. And you could see it yesterday. I didn't think they would actually hold the whole game, but they kept their aggressiveness all the way. I was thinking this will only last one half, and second half Bayer Leverkusen will come good, but they never came good. And how they could run for full 90 minutes, it's unbelievable, and it's very impressive by this team. Oh, you're on mute again.
It's extraordinary to watch. And I was so happy for him, honestly. I was so happy for him. Because managers like him, they've never won anything major. But he's just a fantastic coach. And I was so happy for him. His first trophy in professional career. And he's in his 60s. And to be playing that progressive, aggressive type of football where every player on that pitch gave their life for him. Every player left it all there.
Yeah, they did. It was his fourth final. He lost three finals in the Coppa Italia.
I firmly already.
Sorry.
What's that?
Yeah, and you know his style of football, man. I've always been captured by his style of football. Is Nuruddin still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, Gasparini. Yeah, he's just a super impressive coach.
No, I was saying his style of football is yeah, no. I've always loved his style of football. I actually love watching Atalanta. So you know, it's actually refreshing to see him win. Finally, because he's deserved it. You know, it's just been unlucky all these past few years. So, you know, it was refreshing to see him actually win. Yeah.
Do you know who Gasparini reminds me of? One manager in the Premier League. Pop quiz for all the chat, Therapy Army, and you two guys. Oh, you're on mute again.
Who does he remind?
The one coach in the Premier League.
Yeah, one manager in the Premier League.
Is somebody who's left or somebody who's still here?
Still here. In my mind, they are very similar, how they set up the team and how they want their team to play.
The only person I can think is De Zerbi.
No, well, he's good, but the one I'm thinking of is actually Oliver Glasner at Crystal Palace.
Oh, yeah.
How
the recently arrived. No, the high press, yeah. The high press,
aggressiveness,
the high press, yeah.
And the same formation, the 3-4-2-1.
Yeah, but not even that, but the ability to leave people player for player. It's incredible to have the trust for your players to win the 50-50. He also reminds me aspect of Bielsa.
Yeah, Bielsa.
Very aggressive, all out Bielsa. But unfortunately, Manchester United, we can't play that football that Gasparini plays.
No.
Oliver Gras plays with these players. They can't do it. They haven't got the physicality. Did you see the Lookman's? Did you see the amount of work off the ball that he was doing?
Yeah.
People were just watching the goals. They didn't see what he was doing off the ball. How he was going right back, making sure. And even the other kid, the other kid ran his heart out on the right-hand side. After 58 minutes, he took him off because he gave everything. You see his substitutions as well. Bang, 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 bang. Freshen it up.
Yeah.
None of this. But see Emerson, that midfield player, ooh.
Yeah, Ederson, and Colt Miners.
Yeah, I think Ederson is levels ahead. Colt Miners. Ederson's the better player.
Yeah, and I think we are actually linked to the guy who came in as a left centre back, that Scalvini guy. I heard rumors about United scouting him. We were strongly linked to him this. I would say August time. So I don't know. Maybe he will be a centre back we can buy, and he's left-footed. But he's used to play in the back three, so I don't know.
Yeah. So the biggest thing about Kieran McKenna is that in terms of tactics, is that emphasis on possession and short passes, along with a high press. Yeah.
What formation does he play? Is it like the 4-2-3-1, like he used to play under Ole, or? It would be interesting having an Ipswich fan as a guest one day and just
to find out.
To find out.
He plays 4-3. 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, same as Ole.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like a hybrid, not just counter-attacking, more high press, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Judge Sports say 4-2-3-1.
Yeah. It says here, so he plays 4-2-3 one, the structure enables aggressive press from the wingers, but our wingers will never do that. Except for Amad Diallo. Only Amad Diallo would be able to do this. Supported by the closest pivot, fullbacks, number 10, and a narrowed far side winger. However, McKenna's side have faced, on average, 8 fewer long passes per 90 minutes compared when they were in League One.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But for me personally, I think it's too soon. I think we need to hold on at least one more season to see how he does in the Premier League. It's never managed in the Premier League. Being an assistant is something else. So it will be funny. But I heard that he was also linked to Chelsea, McKenna.
Yeah, 100%. There's something that they've seen in him. There's something. It's not just. I think they. To me, the only prison will be is that if they've done the proper background work on him. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. This is the type of football they play. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see it's clear.
Can you see that?
Mm.
Narrow.
Yeah, basically, but one of the fullbacks pushes up. They are always jumping on in press.
Yeah.
And you tuck in with the other fullback on the other side, to basically defend in a tree.
Yeah,
aggressive.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
So they can switch the play out here in these areas. But there's always like a little triangle. So here.
Yeah. How do they have any? Did they have Brandon Williams? Did he play anything for them this season?
I think he played some games. Yeah. Tuan Sabi's also played.
Yeah, Tuan Sabi.
Yeah.
He was actually very, very good. He had a brilliant game against PSG.
Oh, one of the best.
Yeah.
I still don't know. I don't know what really happened to him.
It wasn't injuries. Because he was great when he was on loan at Aston Villa one season. I think he was player of the season.
I genuinely don't know what happened to him. It will always be a mystery.
Yeah.
I think it's the injuries.
There's something else going on for me personally. It just seemed very strange.
He actually had a decent game against Hull as well when they drew 3-3. So yeah, I think McKenna actually plays him as a right back. So I think at Man United it was a bit of he plays him as a right back. But yeah, I think we just don't know how to handle players. I think he just came in at the wrong time. Personally, for me, it's just a mixture of everything. So,
yeah. But I have a question before we move on, Nordin, about all these manager rumors we have heard lately, and all these leaks. We have heard leaks from Di Marzio. We have heard leaks from all of these big Twitter accounts mentioning names all the time. But isn't it strange that all these manager leaks comes out days before the FA Cup final?
Yeah,
because wouldn't it be strange? If let's say you were Jim Ratcliffe or Berada and you wanted to interview a manager, first of all, you wouldn't tell one of these big Twitter accounts, and second of all, it would be NDAs, non-disclosure deals. You can't say anything to anyone, and it will be very hush hush. So how can all this come out at the moment? Apparently, Man United are talking to McKenna. We are talking to Tuchel. We are talking to De Zerbi. It's
Manchester United talking to my auntie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're talking to her auntie, my auntie's auntie.
So in a way, I just think we should take everything with a big pinch of salt and just
relax. That I do that 100%.
I know you're keeping it real.
Yeah. But that everybody's trying to go for the clickbait in it. And the only thing that I would say, there's only so much people that you can put NDA on. that others, because it doesn't involve just one person with all the agents and the publicists and handlers and all of that agent, you know what I mean? Agents, friends, agents, family. So really, it's very difficult to keep certain information away. But to me, the Di Marzio, that's the one that was interestingly worrying, because he's not posted anything about it. Di Marzio, he basically told the Dutch outlet that my guys are gonna.
Yeah.
And the Tuchel
and
thing,
he didn't debunk it. He didn't say anything. That's it. Silence.
And the Tuchel thing, he's quiet. You know what I mean? You know, like, since, like, he has been flirting with Manchester United. When we played against us at Old Trafford and when we played away at Munich, he's been flirting with Manchester United because he was still in them. He literally was like proper pulling the skirt down for Manchester United. You know what I mean? Like literally saying, "Come on, get me! Come on, get me!"
Yeah, but the thing is, you know, all these managers, they have agencies, they have agents. You know, they want to put themselves out there, and the best way to do it is link your guy to Man United. Then you get all the publicity. You tell the world that you are open for a job, and you can actually press the price up if you're negotiating with another club. So basically, now we see a semi-transfer window with managers at the moment, because every club need a manager. So that's why all this fuss is going around at the moment. But I don't think it's that complicated. If they have made their mind for a manager and asked him, he's ready at the moment. You know, if they talk to let's say De Zerbi 3 months ago, he knows he got the job after the season is over, because he wouldn't have quit his job that he currently has if he didn't. That's the thing. But we saw a change in Ten Hag's persona in the interviews and the pre-game and post-match and all of this. He looked more angry a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah,
he changed. So I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, we have to all see to see it to believe anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't believe any of these speculations. And Sky Sports in recent years, there's not one story that came out of United where they got it 100% on. There isn't.
No, it's not Sky Sports 10 years ago.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the BT interview at OT said all you could tell that he wants a United job yet. Yeah. So listen, let's get into this. Sorry, Jarvis, you're gonna say something.
No. Just
now. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask you about Dan Ashworth and this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're gonna cover that.
Yeah,
we're gonna cover that. It's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Like rule 101 of gardening leaf, Jarvis. Get the absolute. Do not share anything on an email. Get your burner account, but get your burner emails out. You do not share anything. That is 101. I mean, how embarrassing is that, Jarvis?
Yeah, it's a rookie mistake. But he occurred from the law. He hasn't done anything wrong. You know, as an employee, you are allowed to speak to other employers in a way. He's not bound on the contract.
No, but it's embarrassing, though.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. But go ahead.
No. That email, he sent some email to Umar Barada mentioning Umar Barada with his work mail. Wasn't that the case?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now everybody knows. So, but it doesn't change anything, does it? Maybe it's just forcing his way out, you know, basically.
Yeah, it's crazy for me.
Yeah.
It just sounds crazy for me. It's just that embarrassing that he CC'd and blew up Umar Barada as well. And Barada is still supposed to be in 6 months gardening leave. Yeah, what's happened to their burner email addresses? Their burner accounts? It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's Di Marzio Fabrizio's dad. No, he's not. I love it. No, he was his protege though. Yeah, he worked under him. Yeah, he worked under him. Arne Slot or Ten Hag? Arne Slot. Listen, the reason why I just want to make it clear to you people, the reason why I want Ten Hag not to be given another season, the biggest reason is that he burns players out. The second biggest reason is that when you burn players out, players can't perform to their best of their ability. And I'm worried the damage that he's going to do to Kobe Menu. And that's why I want him gone. Because I'm telling you, Garnacho and Kobe Menu in the last 10 to 12 games have not been the same players. They haven't. What is that down to? Fatigue. And he keeps picking them again and again.
And Højlund, you could see.
Yeah, and Højlund, yeah. And Højlund, till he burnt out, got injured, and was still fatigued when he came back. And then he took him out and rested him on the bench, comes on fresh. Come on. Sorry. I'm not here for that. And plus the tactics that he deployed majority of the season with the obsession with a single pivot and 6 attacking players. And then everybody's running like that. No, I'm sorry. I can't. That is an insult to my intelligence. I'm a paying fan when I go to that stadium, Jarvis. Paying my money.
Yeah.
And you're insulting my intelligence by gaslighting me. And then in the last 3 games, I see clearly we play a bit more compact. The lines of the different lines, the defense, the midfield, and the attack. Yeah,
it's basically the 4-3-2. We have gone back to reverted to the Rangnick formation now.
Exactly.
Yeah. The box midfield, keeping it narrow.
Exactly. So, sorry. It's too late, man.
Yeah.
And I was talking about, it's not like I'm picking him up on this season. I was talking about this in January. Me and Jarvis sat here and predicted what's going to happen to Højlund. Do you remember, Jarvis?
Yeah, I know. I mean, we talked about it, and we actually had a discussion about the training. And I said I think it's good for the players to have a Europa League because you can actually drill your team during games because you need more games. And you said the complete opposite. You said I was wrong, and you said we need more training and to do the drills on the training pitch, not in game, because Ten Hag wasn't going to do that. And you were right.
It's also about the biggest things that me and you saw here, Jarvis, and we both predicted what week we were thinking that Rasmus was going to get injured. We said we can see Rasmus is running a bit too much. He's expanding too much energy, and he's going to get injured soon. And what happened? 4 days later, boom. So how can we're not professionals, Jarvis, but we're watching a football to see with our own eyes what we can see. The eyes are not lying to us.
No.
Yeah, so, but anyway, let's get on with it, people. Let's get on to it. Let's get on to this. Manchester United meeting FA Cup final for the 2nd consecutive season on Saturday, 3:00 kickoff. Pep Guardiola's City defeated their neighbours 2-1 last season FA Cup final. City will clinch domestic double if they beat United this weekend after being crowned Premier League champions. United, who finished 31 points behind City in the table, must win to secure the Europa League next season. Ten Hag's team obviously will finish 8th. City are looking to become the first club to win back-to-back FA Cups since Arsenal did it in 2013-14 and 2014-15. United have won the competition 12 times. 5 more than City, but their last triumph was 2016. There will be 30 minutes extra time. Yeah, now we know that. For the first time since 1985, the FA Cup final will be contested by the same 2 clubs in consecutive years. Wow. In terms of injuries, we can say that from Ten Hag's thing today, Harry Maguire will miss out. Luke Shaw obviously still out. What other players did he say that are fit? Do you remember, Jarvis? Do you remember listening to it?
Yeah, I think all of them are fit, besides Harry Maguire and Malacia. Those are the
And
only
Luke
guys I
Shaw.
know.
And Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Luke
Luke Shaw. Yeah, yeah.
Luke Shaw, Harry Maguire, Malacia.
Mm.
Yeah. Mason
But
Mount is apparently
but they're
fit.
not match fit. That's the
Anthony
main problem.
Martial is apparently fit.
Yeah.
Hey, let's hear it, man. Anthony Martial last game of the season is reported to be fit. Oh my god. It's crazy.
So,
Yeah, Lesso. What are you thinking, Lesso? So we've got a fully fit squad except for 3 players. Everybody's ready for the final, Lesso. Who's gonna win it?
man, it's tough, man. But in one-off games, I've always said this: you need to give yourself a chance. I'm just hoping that he does set up in the rightful manner. He makes the right substitutions when he needs to make them, and we need to. I think personally, the only chance we have is actually to score first. If we don't score first, we're screwed. Pretty much, we cannot afford to go a goal down against City. So I think the best formal approach would be for us to at least make a goal and then try and hit them on the counter, try and stay as solid as possible, get a lot of people behind the ball, but make sure that we have the pace and power, when we counter attack. I think that's the only way we've managed to hurt Pep in the past as well. When we used Rashford's pace, unfortunately, Rashford is not on form at the moment. He hasn't been playing well. But we used to use him. We used Martial as well, and we used to hit them on the counter, and we did well. We beat them with Ole. So for me, I think that should be the approach. We need to keep it very solid, with the double pivot, protect the defense as much as possible, and yeah, and try and try and nick a goal first. Surprise them, be a bit aggressive. We need people who have legs. We cannot afford to let City dictate play, especially near our box. We cannot afford to do that because they can shoot. I've always said this: they can shoot. We also need to have people who mark, who do men marking. This zonal marking is gonna. You will literally giving them. It's basically giving them space to exploit our spaces. So we need to just be solid. We need to pray and be solid that they also miss chances and we get a bit of luck. It's a final at the end of the day. Let's give ourselves a chance. I'm gonna be optimistic and say we may actually take this to extra time at least. If we stay solid.
Mm.
Okay, that's interesting. Jarvis, what odds do you give us? Yeah, big up. Listen, big up. Yawa says, Nurdin, the Liverpool fan, I would feel like you should get Ruben Amorim. I don't know why people are not getting him. He was linked with a West Ham job, and it's crazy what's happening. For 5 years, Eric Ten Hag played distinct, scintillating style of football. In his second season, he insisted on trying to bend these players to his vision. But United, where football goes to die, yeah, 100%. But it's also his decision making, mate. I'm sorry, playing players to death. I'm a working class normal guy who lives in Hume, man, and I could see the shit, and I said, don't do it, Eric. Don't chase fucking 4 trophies. We had we had the worst season of the Premier League season before Eric Ten Hag came in. All he had to do is finish 6th, is to get the team playing into a style, make the right signings to fit in. That's all he had to do, not chase 4 trophies, thinking he was all that. And I was telling people, you're overplaying. We played against a team, I don't know who the flipping hell they were called. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think they were from Cypriot or Moldova, whatever. He played a full team. We played Charlton in League One. He played a full team. Played Reading. He played almost entirely the full team. He was burning players out. He played through Bruno and Rashford and didn't rely on a proper system. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Eric Ten Hag. Listen, I don't blame the craziness. The Glazers not selling the club on properly. I don't blame players doing what they were doing. I don't blame it. I blame it specifically for this single pivot, 6 up the pitch, 800-meter runners every time we lost the ball. I blame that specific. That's why he needs to go. And playing players to death. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. I am not. You keep players fresh in modern game. You keep players fresh as much as rotate. You see Gasparini the other night, boom. You're not feeling great, get off the pitch. Boom. Reactive. You know? No. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. Big up Adewale. Adewale says, people thinking about Rashford's new contract. What about Shaw? That was a horrible decision in case I see him being injured next season too. Listen, Adewale, I did a show here. I was on Twitter Spaces and I told everybody, I've seen this movie before. I bought the T-shirt. I know what the flavor of the popcorn was. You know what I mean? I had salty sweet and salted honey, actually. Salted honey popcorn. And I had the T-shirt. I saw the movie before. Luke Shaw is being... Everybody goes for Anthony Martial. Well, Luke Shaw gets away with fucking murder. They've been here. Similar time. Everybody's like, Martial, get him out of my football club. Luke Shaw. Gilberto Carlos. Get the F out of here, man, with that talk. More like Gilberto McDonald's. Big up, people. Love and light. I appreciate Adewale. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Just to go back to Manchester City, it's going to be one of these games where Manchester United win. We shock the world. Or we get smashed 3-0 comfortably.
Yeah.
That's where it is. That is where it is, people. From everything that I'm hearing, he's gonna camp out because he says the tactics that he used at the Etihad worked. I don't think they worked. I think from minute one they were trying to open us up. The first half they were disappointing. When we scored, then they found the gaps and got their goals. Remember? Yeah. He said it in a press conference today. He said 70 minutes we were leading. Nah, mate. Football is not played 70 minutes. Not Eric fucking Ten Hag. Wakey. Fucking drink the coffee, mate. What's wrong with you? Football is nowadays played at least 100 minutes nearly. 97 minutes, 98 minutes at times. It's not played for 70 minutes. What the F are you talking about? So what's the point? What the F is the point for you playing 70 minutes? 70 minutes, we did great. Fuck that. You lost the game comfortably, 3-1. Got busted up. So, for me, in terms of I will try to play, but stay compact. I will play a mid-block, and I would think, no, we're going to get on the ball, and we're going to take it easy on the ball, and we're going to try to pass the ball around, and we're going to actually play. And I won't play Bruno in this game. Shock. Woo! Big shock, people. I'll play split strikers. And guess who I'll play up the pitch? No word of a lie. I would have Garnacho on the bench coming on to change the game for me. I will play Ahmad and Rasmus as a split forwards.
Yeah. Could
That's
work.
what I would do. And I would do that box to protect the middle.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And I would play... And I would overload in midfield and play Casemiro. I'll play Casemiro, Kobe, and Amrabat.
No McTominay.
No McTominay.
No,
McTominay and McTominay, Ericsson, and Garnacho can all be impact players. Bruno, impact players. Come on the pitch. Do it. I'll play 2 split strikers. Because remember, we used to play Martial and Rashford, remember, with Ollie. Yeah? And then we used to pack the midfield, win the ball back, and then boom. Get at them. With power.
That was the Ollie tactic.
Yeah, that's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. For one game only, I would go there. I wouldn't just sit back on the edge of my own area. I would try to hurt them at every opportunity. Win the ball back and set traps for them.
But Nourdin, I have to tell you, when it comes to Pep Guardiola, he's an astute tactician. He has changed up the way they press the last 6, 7, 8 games this season, especially against high pressing teams. You saw it now when they played Spurs. They won, I think, 2-0 or 3-0. They did something differently because now they have Kevin De Bruyne back, and he's fully match fit. Yeah, but he's not a midfielder at the moment. He moves up and press besides Haaland. And the funny thing is, the wingers that's been Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden, they drop down besides Rodri, so they actually press in a 2-3, and they have all the defenders behind. So it's very difficult to counter them, even if we try. And the long ball from Onana won't work. I will tell you right now, they will just stand there, take down the ball every time Onana tries the long ball, and this will be a big problem. Yeah,
but Jarvis, Gvardiol is the weak link on that side. That Guardiola, I can't say his name. Guardiola is where the weakness is. And Spurs proved that for me. Spurs and Nottingham Forest. Remember Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest had chances to win that game. Spurs had big chances to win that game, or to at least get a result. That's what gives me a little bit of hope.
Yeah, but who will pass that ball to Ahmad if, let's say, he starts on the right winger?
That's what I'm saying to you.
Because he will be very tight in the middle, and what I saw against Brighton last time, Amrabat had really big problems when he tried to play out centrally,
100%
under pressure. And I think that's our weakness in the moment, as I see it now, when we are going to play, because they will press us in the same way as Brighton did. They will just box us in the midfield. They will leave our fullbacks open, and because we are trying to play up centrally, play back, and then out to create space on our fullbacks, or overlapping fullbacks or center backs or whatever it is. But we can't do that because they will stop us when we try to build up in the centrally. And when we play directly out, they are already there because they just shift over. So we have to find a way to drag them out and then play out. So this is the problem if we can't utilize the ball and play with the ball centrally under pressure.
How about this? Yeah, you got the goalkeeper. We played a back four. That's 5. And then you got, how about the only person who can play that pass is Eriksen? So if you put Casemiro and Amrabat either side of him and put Kobe on the bench, what do you think about that? And play the 2 split strikers.
Or just drop Bruno. Bruno can play that pass, I would say, but he will spam 9 out of 10, but one of them will go
through. At this moment in time, this is what I'm saying to Jarvis. I don't want any possession. For us to get possession, it's not going to be that much. We're not going to have that amazing percentage. But when we have it, can we hurt them? The problem for me is that I'm looking for people who can spot that passes and who are not wasteful on the ball. And I'm not. That's why I'm dropping Bruno, because exactly what you said.
The only thing I can see actually is Martinez coming back, and he drives the ball into that area himself and put himself under pressure, so Amrabat will get a little bit more time, because if you understand, but then we have to be really brave playing out from the back. We have to use the center backs.
Well, I would start with Varane and Martinez, me personally. I'll roll the dice. Listen, I'm in that roll of dice kind of mood. What's there to lose? Life. What should I do in my life? Roll the fucking dice. That's where we're at, Jarvis. Where are we as Manchester United fans? We are roll the dice FC.
Yeah, but what I don't want to see the long ball from Onana all the time.
No, of course I don't.
I want us to try.
Listen, I want us like Spurs to put the ball on the fucking floor.
Yeah.
And keep hold of it. Overload the midfield if they have to.
Yeah. It will be interesting to see It will be a tactical, but it depends what Ten Hag can get out of these players. But for me, I think we have less than a 10% chance of a win.
Big up Chambala. Nuruddin, you've asked for a manager who will not sacrifice his principles. Number one, Erik Ten Hag sacrificed his principles from last season. He played a totally different way after we got spanked by, we got beaten by, was the 2 games where we got spanked, actually, the Brentford game, and we got beat by Brighton. That's number one, so that's not true. You asked for a manager who disciplinarian. Yes, but I didn't ask for a manager that falls out with fucking Rafael Varane. Have you watched Rafael Varane's documentary? Rafael Varane hardly. He's not that type of guy. He's the consummate fucking professional. He's not a guy. And I saw him come on the pitch. He's not a Jadon Sancho. He's not a kid. He's a guy who's won World Cup. He's done it. He's done everything there is to win in terms of other than winning the Premier League. He's won 4 times the Champions League, right? He's won big trophies as being a leader of France and Real Madrid. And he come on the pitch against Copenhagen and was so pissed off because he was dropped, started lumping the ball in the air. That's never happened, right? So that's the discipline. You do not let you down. You let him down. No, I didn't. I said this. When you have favourites like Bruno and Rashford, I'm not having you. I said that. That's another thing that you forgot. Convenient for you, Jean-Bala. I said I don't want any manager with any starters. And the biggest thing I said is, because of what happened to Rashford and Martial, I do not want young players being burnt out. I do not want that. I want you to coach a whole squad so they know the system. The quality might drop. You don't have your best players on the pitch. But the same system goes. And I'm sorry, Erik Ten Hag has let himself down because he in the most robust, physically testing league in world football, he gave me 1 single pivot and 6 up the pitch. No fucking way. And left huge spaces, huge gaps all over the football pitch.
Yeah, I would say you had a couple of good points, in a way, because I think Ten Hag really tried to be the disciplinarian, and it's hard with this squad because we have a squad of divas in a way. A lot of players who are used to traditionally now the last 10 years under the Glazers to have their way. And they use every trick in the book. They use their agents, they use their entourage, leaking out tweets about everything, and we have the press who always want chaos at Man United. So everything is amplified by 1,000 every time a small thing happens.
I 100% understand that, Jarvis. Yeah. I 100% understand that. If you took care of the good football, I would forgive any of these things. If you didn't fan players out, I would forgive many of these things. If you did not have favourites, I would forgive the many of these things. I'll be on here now defending him. It's not. Listen, the best coach that we've had was Louis van Gaal. He's the one that I regret. He was the one that I regret from getting in. De Gea United fans first. Listen, I'll say it simple. Louis van Gaal was the one. So if they did it to Louis van Gaal, then I'm not that ass. Because to me, Erik Ten Hag this season, some of the football this team has played, injuries and no fucking injuries, has been not worse than the Sunday League Tactics teams. And I'm not fucking having that. You're not pulling the wool over my eyes with a single pivot 6 up the pitch. You're not. And leaving spaces like the fucking Sahara Desert. No way, mate. I'm not having it. You're not burning players out. You bring in a young striker who missed the pre-season, who had back problems because he's still growing into being... And then you play him to death. And we sit here and predict when he's going to get injured. Then now Garnacho's not being the same player. The fatigue is there. Decision-making. He's running into fucking defenders. He even forgets where the ball is. Ahmad bursts into the scene. Was amazing for the first 10 games. The last 10 games, you can see the weariness, the tiredness, because he's been doing too many of that. No. And then You showed me in the last 3 games that actually we didn't have to do all this fucking running.
When it comes to Mainu, I think he after he was called up for the national team England, I think
Yeah,
something
100%. Yeah,
But
emotionally,
I don't think he's physically fatigued. I think he's mentally fatigued.
But he's still fatigued though, because when you're mentally, then you can't engage the physical to be as right as you are. That's why it's mental and physical, Jarvis.
Yeah, I agree.
So when I see these things, I'm like, how can I trust you with this young player? People can criticize who they want of Pep Guardiola, but he did the perfect way of installing him. Bring him in for 5 games, take him out for 10, 15. Bring him in, bring him out. That's what we do.
Yeah,
That's
but
what
it's
Fergie
kind of unfair, you know, so, because the squad City have. The problem, we depend so much on Mainu. He's the only ball player we have who actually can control the ball in tight areas, who's composed enough to actually do what Ten Hag wants him to do. We don't have Frankie de Jong. You know, that would be a perfect understudy.
But I'm sorry, Jarvis. You trusted donkeys, and they should have got you that player. That's the guy you should have gone. Forget Anthony, get me that guy.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Or someone similar.
Exactly.
Because Casemiro is nowhere near.
It's nowhere near. I said it at the time.
Yeah.
I said it at the time. I'm sorry, Eric Ten Hag. And it's not like you didn't know this craziness with this football club. Fuck's sake. You went to see Van Gaal. And he told you this club is a crazy football club.
But I think it's pretty obvious that Ten Hag didn't want Casemiro. You know, when he came in, he didn't play him for at least 10 games. He just put him on the bench. The big signing, basically, I think Ten Hag did it on spike in a way. Spite.
Yeah, 100% Alien Tenno. Big up Alien Tenno. Big up Alien Tenno. Okay, quickly, so who do you think the match winner could be on Saturday if we win this game? Let's have that fantasy, eh? They still can't deny us that little fantasy, eh? Let's fantasize. Eh? Who would you like the winner to be if we were to win it? Before we get slapped 3-0, 4-0.
Tony Martial.
Actually, let's pick the team. Wow. Tony Martial says goodbye. with a goal. Wow, coming on. Last minute, bang. 1-0. Everybody thinks he's going to extra time. Or 2-1. Boom, United. Let's pick the team. For me, I will play Varane and Lissandro Martinez. Roll the fucking dice, FC. Roll the dice with me, United fans. I'll play left back, Diego Dalot. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. Midfield, I'll try this. I'll play no Bruno, no Kobe, no Garnacho, all Rashford, all on the bench. I will start the midfield with Casemiro, Amrabat, and Eriksen. And I'll play 2 split strikers, forwards. Rasmus on the left, Ahmad on the right.
Yeah. It's innovative. But basically, it's almost what we are doing in the 4-2-2 because we have 2 wide players. Yeah. And our forwards are dropping down. So basically, we have no central striker.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
And to change it, I'll bring on Mr. Hoofball. You know what I mean? Kobe. Rashford. Well, Garnacho will be the first person I'll bring on. After Rasmus has run his heart out, he'll come on, take over that side. You know what I mean? I would have a go.
Yeah. I would basically go for what we have been doing lately. I would play. The only thing I can't wrap my mind around is Casemiro. What to do with Casemiro? Because if Varane is fit and able to play. I think he have shown us earlier that he don't need a lot of games to be match fit. He can come in and do a job whenever he's available. So for me, I would start Varane and I would start Martinez as centre backs. We only have 2 fullbacks, so that's obvious. When it comes to the midfield, we have Amrabat and Kobe Mainoo. I think those 2 should play in the 6-8. Ahmad has been so great lately, so he needs to start on the right. What to do on the left? Rashford is a counter-attacking player. He's a big game player. So, but is he up for it? That's the thing.
100%. Ahmad starts for me.
Ahmad. But now I'm talking about Rashford or Garnacho.
No, for me, I would start Rashford if you're going to start one of them. If you're playing that 4-3-3, I would start Garnacho. I would start Rashford. Garnacho for me is the better coming off the bench.
Okay.
He's better coming off the bench.
Yeah, also better if opposite, because I don't think Rashford contributes anything when it comes
up. Exactly. Yeah. Keep your impact players off the bench. Yeah. Scott McTominay off the bench.
Yeah.
Come on.
So what to do? You have Bruno then and 1 player. So if Mason Mount is available, I would have played Bruno and Mason Mount as the 2 number 10s or the 9.5 or false 9s, or if you know. So then we would have a midfield box with Mainoo, Mount, Amrabat, and Bruno, and 2 wide players, and the outlet would be Rashford on the left.
Yeah, that could work because we pack out the midfield and we make sure actually we can get hold of the ball in midfield and actually play a couple of passes.
But no Højlund then. I would have a Højlund as an impact, Garnacho as an impact.
Yeah, okay. I can go with that. That makes sense, Jarvis. I can get with that. Højlund and Garnacho as impact. Yeah.
And McTominay if you need.
Yeah, and McTominay, But yeah, I like that you packed that midfield.
Yeah, and basically, but we haven't seen
Bruno. Bruno, Kobe, Amrabat,
and Mason Mount.
Those 4. Yeah. The box midfield, 2 hold, 2 sitting, 2 number 10s.
Good work.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
But what? Yeah. Just go, Lesso.
Oh, yeah, I'm thinking we should go with that because especially the impact players may actually be very integral, in how the game goes, later on. So we need to make sure that we have enough impact players that come from the bench and that can chase the game for us in some way or another. So we can see clearly that Højlund from the bench is very impactful. Garnacho from the bench is very impactful, as well as McTominay as well from the bench is very impactful. So we need to make sure that we need to save some of those players for that. I think we should not be playing with a striker. That's definitely how I would line up. We shouldn't be playing with the striker. And yeah, back line, I think it sorts itself out pretty much. If Varane and Martinez are fit, you play those 2. It's the last game of the season, so what would we be saving them for? And then obviously, it's said that we don't have a left back. Our left back that should have stayed is actually gone. He's officially gone to Benfica now. They actually they've actually
congratulations to Alvaro Fernandez, by the way, on the move to Benfica. 6 million. 6 fucking million. The guy at least worth 15 million, 20 million drivers. Let's go.
So it's the low left back, unfortunately. So it's the low left back and Wan-Bissaka right.
Why is he good enough for Benfica, but it's not good enough for us? Benfica get regularly into the Champions League every season. Why?
And we had to get Regulon worse to replace it. So it's just poor state of affairs.
Nick Nash, here's the FA Cup and your P45 tag now. Fuck off. Oh God! On the Van Gaal, we dominated teams possession-wise, 100%. Salute the chat, mate. Big up. I just want to get this. So Jinder said this. The only choice for me is Allegri. Oh my God, another dinosaur guy. He just got sacked by Juventus, and guess who they're getting?
Thiago Motta.
Thiago Motta. Thiago Motta. So all these dinosaurs, Sajinda, they're all getting headed out. Allegri is not being amazing in the past couple of years. He's been horrendous. And I'm sorry, his football is shite. It's ultra defensive. I remember at Milan, he was quite attacking, and that's why he won the league. No defensive coaches have won leagues recently. Not that I know of. You know, defensive football does not win you nothing. Recently, even what's his name at Spain stopped winning league titles. Simeone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's my team, and if you share it on the screen, I will show everybody who didn't see it.
That's a good team. That's a decent team.
But there's no Casemiro in this team.
Yeah. Understandable.
No Højlund.
Yeah. I like what you're trying to do, Jarvis. I like what you try to do, and we've got the impact players off the bench.
And basically, these guys will drop down all the time.
Yeah.
These will be our outlets.
Yeah. But also they can invert as well. Rashford with that ball, you know, inside, you know what I mean? Inside the centre half, central. That left run to central. The Amad Diallo naturally comes comes off the wide areas anyway. You know what I mean? And roams.
But what we need to do, we need to utilize Martinez and let him invert here. Because what we won't, because City will play and press us, they will press here. So we can't play directly to our center backs. They want us to play from Onana to Diogo Dalot or to Wan-Bissaka, and then they will jump at us.
We don't want to play that. We don't
want to play it long because they will be 5 in the back basically against this. So we need actually Martinez to work well, and if he's not fit, we have to use Casemiro for Varane because we need an extra player up here. That's how I see it.
No, 100%. I would never start Casemiro as a centre back against Man City. No fucking way.
Never.
No fucking
defensively, way. He's horrendous, but
no fucking way. But I know what you mean.
But he did well against Brighton, playing the ball over the top all the time.
Ancelotti's not naturally a defensive manager. He picks and chooses when he wants to be defensive. Naturally, Ancelotti gives freedom to attacking players to use their imaginations. But off the ball, he asks you to do something off the ball.
Yeah.
Big up Lookman. Yeah. But it was the team for me that set the basis. It was the tactics that set the basis for players to be so aggressive.
Didn't Lookman play that Fulham a couple of seasons ago?
Sorry?
Lookman, didn't he play at Fulham?
He played for Everton, Leicester, Leipzig. He's been around the houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But what a hat-trick last night.
I saw him for Nigeria in
Africa.
One of their best players.
Yeah, he was. He got a fantastic tournament.
Him and that I would say that Nottingham Forest fullback Ola Aina.
Yeah, they played fantastic.
Yeah, they impressed me.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, he played Fulham, Leicester, Everton. He played for those three, and then Leipzig as well.
Yeah.
What he did last night was, I've not seen a player score a hat-trick in a final like that. But fantastic 3 goals. I felt sorry for Kova because he couldn't keep an out any. Even the third goal, he whacked it so hard as soon as he got the step over. And last night we saw everybody's moaning about Tatsoba. He's fucking crap, mate. That Tatsoba, everyone's like, oh, Tatsoba is a good centre half. Not really, mate. No. And it was the perfect job to do on a team where you didn't let them play. They created Zilt in 94 minutes of football. This is the team, this is the invisible team. He made the invisible team tactically locked them in a headlock. Literally locked them in a room tactically and took away made sure the window was locked, double locked the padlocks, bought bike locks to lock the whole thing. Charles, that's what he did to them. He strangled them.
Yeah.
He absolutely strangled them. And he did exactly the same thing to Liverpool. So it wasn't a fluke. You know what I mean? If you don't know Gasperini, you think he was a fluke, but it wasn't a fluke. He did the same job on Liverpool in the first leg at Anfield. Strangled them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, Jarvis, quickly, what do you think the score's going to be on Saturday?
Oh, I don't want to say anything. I have such a bad feeling. I'm afraid that we will be bobbed around the pitch and lose 3 to 4-0. But okay, I'll be semi-optimistic then. Keep the hope up. 2-1 Manchester City.
Okay, let's go. Even his head and his heart, Jarvis is like, now we're getting busted. We're not winning. Let's go. Talk to me. What's the score's going to be?
I'm thinking. I don't think we'll get a drubbing. You know, I also share the same sentiment. I think it will be, if City beat us, it will be 2-1 or 3-1.
Okay.
You know, yeah.
Okay. All I'm saying for Manchester United to win on Saturday, Onana's got to have the game of his life. I repeat, the game of his life. The blocks from the Manchester United defense, they have to make 50 blocks at least in 98 minutes. 50 to 30 blocks. 30 to 50 blocks. Manchester United have to be so good in terms of possession and hurting Manchester City. Not just scoring once, but Manchester United need to score twice. Twice to have anything in this game. All of that to go on an off day for Man City. And things can happen. It's a cup final at the end of the day. But then I can also see us getting easily handed 4-0. Good night, Vienna. Yeah. Goodbye. Ta-da. Kept giving Eric Ten Hag P45. Yeah.
Nuruddin, speaking of Onana, did you see the overlap interview with Gary Neville and Onana?
Yeah,
it was actually quite good. You know, we gave some insight in his expectations. He wanted to come to the club, and he talked a little bit about the tempo of the Premier League, that he struggled in the beginning.
Of course,
he couldn't play because they didn't give him the time on the ball, and he didn't have the time to find his players.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to know that the tempo is such a difference from Serie A and Champions League.
Jarvis, that's what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
Eric Ten Hag comes to one of the most intensely fast-paced aggression league in the world football. And he wants to do this single pivot, 6 up the pitch with wide spaces. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. You're not insulting my intelligence. Even if you had the youth team, you're not setting them up like that.
Yeah.
Even if you had all 25 first-team players out, you're not doing that. Dean's already got in there. McKenna out! If it's the first person on record who was McKenna out. It was Ineos have connection to De Zerbi, right? Well, through Ashworth. But now Ashworth is embarrassing himself. I don't know what he's capable of. The final's going to be like wolves feeding on sheep. Well, it could be. And it could be the most shocking thing. We just shocked them with 2-0. You know, that could be it as well. Or it could be 3 or 4 or 5 to them. Pick up Adewale. Skamaka is the better striker than Højlund. And it's only 20 million while we paid 75 for Højlund. Well, at the end of the day, Skamaka is a bit older than Højlund. But I think Højlund in the long term might have better attributes. Even though, as you all know, I really rate Skamaka. I don't think last night was his best game. I think he worked hard. I think every single Atalanta player give it physically. And I think he was shattered when he come off. Because that press, he was the first line in it. Of, you know, blocking the passing lanes and try to press. But it was a brilliant way of when it comes to big up Adewale, thanks for the super chat.
Big up.
To see how it works, people, to see how everybody's sacrificing for each other. Yeah, that's a fact as well. Udana was also protected with fantastic defense at Inter Milan. Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, Inzaghi is a brilliant fucking coach. Say whatever you want about him. He's a fucking incredible coach. Improved. The fact that he turned the number 10 from AC Milan, the Turkish guy, into a low, you know what I mean? Like, deep-lying playmaker. Fucking hell, that takes a lot of skill. Yeah. That takes a lot of coaching to literally play a player in a total different position and to coach him in this way to be a deep-lining, ball-playing playmaker. You know? And play, what's his name? My favorite midfield player, Italian midfield player, the number 8.
Yeah.
I always forget his name. Somebody remind me. Plays for Inter. He's so robust physically. He's so press resistant. He's so fucking good, man. I would sign him.
Barella.
I would sign him in a... Oh, my brother, go and get Barella and have a little bit of Barada cheese. Yeah. You think so? You think Thiago Motta is clear? Okay. That's interesting. That's a shout. To me, Inzaghi's done brilliant. Absolutely brilliant with Inter.
Yeah, we will see.
Mark Hughes was my favourite striker of Manchester United. That's why I support Manchester United because of Mark Hughes. I saw him hold off 3 defenders and control the ball. And then I saw him do an overhead kick. And that was it.
Yeah.
And I was out on the park trying that. Trying it every week.
The one against Chelsea?
No, this one he missed, actually. I don't know who he was in the league, but he missed. Yeah. He didn't go in.
He always scored beautiful. He didn't score as often, but he always scored beautiful goals.
25-yard screamer in and off the bar. Yeah, Sparky, what a striker. He was actually the last proper striker since, a proper striker to come through the ranks at Manchester United. And people don't remember he played for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Did he go to Bayern Munich as well?
And Bayern Munich, yeah. He has the record. He played a international game for Wales at the same day as he played for Bayern Munich.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, don't remind me of this boxing straight talk. Oh, God, these two are the magic, mate. 99 is never without them. Jarvis, before the Euro starts, can you get Amazon? Can you watch things on Amazon Prime?
No, not at the moment, but I can watch things on other streaming platforms.
Well, Amazon Prime has got a 3-part documentary. Amazon Prime has got a 3-part documentary of Manchester United's 99, but this is a different type. It's interview of the players or what they thought. So we're gonna watch it and we're gonna preview it in here. Me and Jarvis, we're gonna watch it. So if you can find it, watch it, and we can all talk about it.
All right.
It's a 3-part. It's on Amazon Prime. It's a 3-part.
Let's do 3 episodes and talk of each episode.
Yeah. Each episode, yeah.
Yeah, cool.
We'll do that before the Euros kick off. Yeah. Let's rewind it, eh?
Yeah.
Play it again.
Yeah, it will be good to take a break from all the transfer rumors and stuff like that, because that's the only thing filling my schedule after the last game. So and it's not my table,
100%. Big up to Crypto, says Nuruddin. That Manchester City store in the Arndale, this is the shopping centre, is a lie. He needs investigating. No more than 2 people at the time in there. Oil buying oil. Big up Crypto. We go. Yeah, bro, I messed everything about him. Yeah. Blunkfist, mate. Oh my God, filling in for that final. Blunkfist, what a player. What a player. Big up to everybody. You take care, people. We'll see you Saturday night at the match reaction.
Yeah, we have to. Can't we just wait until Sunday and just let it really rest?
Maybe we could do that. Do you want to do that Sunday afternoon?
Well, no. Let's just be done with it.
Let's get it over and done.
Yeah.
Big up to everybody. Love and like. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And make sure you check out Jarvis Cocker, Bowley 77. Make sure you check out Jarvis Corner on Monday nights at 9 o'clock. Him and me and man Stuart. See Stuart in it. Big up Stuart as well.
Yeah.
Jarvis and Stuart. Jarvis Corner.
Yeah.
Lesso Football TV. Big up to Lesso. And then he's on Black Rain at Black Rain on Twitter. Let me see if I can write your thing on here.
Yeah. And for people, I'm not posting much on Twitter, but I always post when we go live. So if you don't get notifications, just follow my Twitter account and you will get the notification on Twitter. Yeah. Because they don't shadow ban people.
Yeah. Let me see if I get this right, bro. Black Rain. Is it R-E-G? Let me get it.
Yeah. It's R-E-I-G-N.
R-E-I-G-N, yeah? Like that?
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go. At Black Rain on Twitter. Yeah. We say it, man. We say it with our chest. There's a famine now in Gaza. Children are starving to death. Big up to Norway, Ireland, and Spain for recognizing a Palestinian state. Fuck Zionism. Fuck the dehumanization of the Israeli leaders, what they're doing to the Palestinians, how they're talking about them. Fuck the Western countries who are supporting the genocide. And fuck you too if you're down with any of that genocide. Big up to everybody who's carrying the Palestinians in their hearts. Big up to anybody who's carrying the Sudanese in their hearts, the Congolese in their hearts, the Tigray region, the Ogaden region, and the occupation, and the fucking occupation, and the siege of Gaza. Stop starving children. Stop genociding people. It's that simple. It's that simple. Telling truth about the crimes of the state of Israel is not anti-Semitic. There's real anti-Semitism in this world. That is very dangerous. And we all need to fight against that. It's like somebody now, Jarvis or Lessa we're going to criticize the state of Saudi Arabia. Would they be Islamophobes? No, they wouldn't. They'd be criticizing the state, the kingdom, the rulers. So it's simple, people. Free fucking Palestine. End the siege of Gaza. Stop the genocide. End the apartheid. Decolonize. And if you're supporting genocide, fuck you on your record label and your motherfucking crew. It's simple. It's simple. Fuck fucking Starmer as well. Yeah, man. We always do it. So the best we can do, we are 200 now and 30 short of 10,000. Tell your friends about the channel. We've grafted really hard to get to 10K. Call us the negative fucking therapy, whatever you want. But here, we believe what we say. We don't make things up. Everybody, we challenge each other's point of views. It's simple. Simple. But big up, love and light, people. Free fucking Palestine. See you on Saturday, hopefully, for the match reaction. And hopefully, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Take care.
Peace.
Let's hope so. Take care.
Yeah, man. Big up. Take care, people. Love. Good night. Let's get this one here. Thanks, all the respect. My manager. Get out of here, man, with that talk, man. That guy plays people to death, man. Eric Ten Hag, I 100% honest, my hand in my heart, believe Eric Ten Hag is responsible for his own sacking because of what he's done to the style of play and burning players out. And that to me, straight up, man, he needs to go for that. He does. I'm not one about winning games. I'm willing to be patient. They have to show me something. An open wide space on a football pitch is not it. Fucking Glazers out while we're there. Jim the Ratcliffe can fuck off as well. %100%. Yeah, facts. Stop all wars, 100%, 100%. We always stand with the oppressed and against the oppressors. Good night, people. Take care. Jarvis, we go Bowley 77. Jarvis scored at 9 o'clock on Monday night with Stu. Lesso Football TV and Black Rain on Twitter. Take care. Good night, people.
Good night.